Hey, thought I'd take a minute here to take a video of the cows moving over to some fresh grass. I don't know if I can take a video and roll this fence up with one hand or not. I guess I can just pull it back and roll it up later. They're waiting on me to move. Already got our next paddock set up. Come on, girls. "107" over here gets anxious as soon as she sees me touching what's normally hot wire. She knows it's off, so she'll go ahead and step over it if it's down low enough. So she kind of preempted me. Come on, girls. Well, it's a beautiful November day. Just kind of surprising to say. Our weather's usually starting to turn bad by November, but we've had some crappy weather, but it's not been terrible. Managed to survive the coronavirus so far. I hope everybody out there is doing okay on the virus, dealing with it. I had it for a little over a week. Mine didn't really amount to anything. I've had colds that were way worse. I didn't even have a fever as mine, so just some fatigue and sweaty under exertion, and just took some rest and zinc and over-the-counter stuff, but had some sinus drainage. It really, I mean, it's about like having a bad case of hay fever, luckily. So by the time I got tested and test came back positive, I'd already had it for a week, so I only had another week of quarantine. That's been a month and a half ago, so it's not always a terrible thing. Not good to have it in any case, but if you're gonna have it, you're gonna have to catch it. That's about as much as you could hope for, I suppose. Anyway, the cattle are doing great. We had a new calf on Halloween Day. I've not put out a video on YouTube since before that, so the mama cow and the calf aren't over here with the rest of them. I brought them over here to this paddock the other day. This one here we just left from, and one of the dogs and sheep are up there on top of the hill. I had the gate down from the sheep pen a little ways, and she came up there with everybody else with her calf. Looked over there at the dog and was like, "Nope, I'm not staying over here with the dog with the new calf." So she turned around and went back. So she does not allow me to handle her, push her, drive her, do anything with her. So she's the most nervous cow in the whole herd, and of course she'd have her calf first. But anyway, the calf's healthy. It's a beautiful calf. It's a bull calf. It's doing really well. It's grown exponentially. I'll get them merged back together here shortly and take some video of that. Boy, they're enjoying that new grass. It's not like they were out of anything to eat over here, but they were getting it munched down pretty good. We just mostly took the top third of it off, left the bottom 2/3. We'll come back to it later in the winter. That's our winter stockpile. We get more weather like this, and I think we're supposed to. It's in the upper 50s, low 60s today. We'll probably get some new growth back on that yet. But yeah, everybody's doing good. Sheep are doing very well. Dogs are doing well. The grass is holding out pretty good. You know, all of this field over here, the brownish stuff on the other side of the brush fence row, that's a little over 100 acres of native warm season grass. And it just came out of CRP October 1st. And we have not set hoof on that place yet. So that's kind of part of my winter stockpile. There's quite a bit of fescue mixed around in there. There's several swags and draws in there. Some waterways that's got heavy fescue on them. So I think that's going to last us the winter pretty easy. And I had 50 bales of hay hauled in, I don't know, what, a couple weeks ago. It's fantastic hay. It's full of clover and mixed grasses, fescue and timothy and orchard grass, and a high percentage of clover. Just fantastic hay. Cows just love it. So I figure between what grass we've got and that hay, we should be good unless the weather gets just obnoxiously bad. And if it does that, it probably won't be till February. So if we get through till February and still have most of our hay left and a good bit of the stockpile, I think we should be pretty darn good through March. It's just 25 heads, so, well, 26. I had 25 and had the calf, so. But we were scheduled to AI the 15 heifers towards the end of November. And I still don't have my corral and squeeze chute put up yet. We got to try to get that done this week. Got 2 sire bulls, straws from 2 sire bulls that we're gonna use to AI the heifers. Their EPDs are kind of matched, at least intended to be matched with the heifers' EPD numbers for calf weight and milk production, stuff like that. So a lot of data to scroll over and learn and manage. And it's been a really cool learning experience. I just really enjoyed it. The cows are so easy to work with. I just all I have to do is just lay out a new paddock and move the fence, and they usually patiently await. Of course, it's not like they're starving to death either, but as long as I don't let them get too hungry, they don't charge the fences too hard. They let me walk around through them, and a few of them will let me pet them. One word of advice though, I still feed them some sweet feed to keep them gentled down and used to me. We got a couple of plastic metal frame feed bunks up here that I dump the feed in. I'll give them a couple bags a week. And man, you want to be careful if you walk over there with a bag and dump that in there, if they're around there, because they'll just absolutely bowl you over. I had one bump me in the back the other day, a couple weeks ago, when I was dumping feed in there, and she tipped me over the bunk, pushed me forward where I kind of fell over the bunk, and one was reaching in from the other side, and she of course spooked when I tripped, and her head came up and met me face on. And I got my head swiveled back enough where she just caught me under the chin and uppercutted me, but it kind of rattled my teeth. But I was quick enough and had my reflexes worked well enough that I managed to get my mouth shut and tight before before the impact. But it didn't feel great, but it didn't cause me any severe harm. But just kind of a glancing blow more than anything. But that could have been really bad. So anyway, they're big animals, and even though they have no intention of hurting you, boy, it doesn't take but just a split second and an accident to be a serious problem. Always beware. Pay very close attention. If you're going to give them feed, just be really careful about working around them like that. Of course, it's just common sense most people should know, but I knew it, and it still happens. So getting in a hurry and getting a little too relaxed around good animals can be not always a great thing. Anyway, here's a quick update, some good footage. Video's starting to run a little long, so I'll leave it off here. Talk to everybody later. Take care. Bye, folks.